Hey everyone, my name is Mara and I'm an IBCLC, or otherwise known as an International Board Certified Lactation Consultant. My last breastfeeding video was a huge success, and so I thought I would hop back on and share some more tips with you. So I'm coming to you from my lovely bedroom. I don't know, maybe we'll nickname this like bedside lactation with Mara or something like that and make this a routine thing. But anyway, today I thought that I would talk to you about breastfeeding in public. Breastfeeding in public tends to get a lot of attention, so I figured that it would be a great topic to cover and hopefully give those moms who aren't quite comfortable breastfeeding in public a little bit of help so they can move towards being more comfortable. So I have my little one right next to me. He keeps making noises, so he might join us later in this video. But I thought that I would talk today. Yep, see? The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of a baby's life. So that just means baby is receiving only breast milk for the first 6 months of life, and then breastfeeding can absolutely continue thereon after. So obviously you can't stay home for the first 6 months of your baby's life. So I'm hoping to give you some tips to help make you a little bit more comfortable. I think as a new mom, breastfeeding in public was one thing that I was really anxious about. How am I gonna do this? What will other people think? What will they say to me maybe? How much skin am I gonna show? So hopefully these little tips will put your mind at ease and make you feel more comfortable about breastfeeding in public. So my number one tip is to know your rights. So breastfeeding, the purpose is to nourish your child, and it's completely natural. So we've long known that breast milk is the healthiest choice for all babies, but it has not always been legally protected in all 50 states until recently. So now you as a breastfeeding mother are legally protected to breastfeed in all 50 states. So that's great. So make sure you know that law and that you feel comfortable sharing it with those who might question it. So nobody has a right to ask you to cover up or to move to a different location. So when you are nursing in public, if you see somebody giving you funny looks or frowning at you or pointing, I would encourage you to smile. Just remember that you are absolutely doing what is best for your baby. So show a smile, and hopefully that'll help to diffuse the situation. So if somebody does approach you, make sure you know what you're gonna say. If they suggest that you go nurse your baby in the bathroom, you could just politely say, "Thanks, but I don't eat in the bathroom," and keep on nursing. You could also simply suggest that that person move to a different location so they don't have to watch you nurse. Sometimes if you're really feeling bullied or harassed, it might just be easier to leave. Just remember that you have done nothing wrong. So know your rights, maybe practice what you might say to someone if they ask you to move or they ask you to cover up, because you are legally protected to breastfeed in public. And then this leads to my second tip. So my second tip would be, if you're worried about how much skin you're gonna show or what it's going to look like while you're nursing your baby, take a couple times, especially if you're a new mom, and practice at home. So pull up a chair in front of a mirror and just practice. So practice nursing in front of a mirror, and just in general, the more that you practice nursing, you'll probably notice that some of your outfits, some of your tops, dresses, whatever you're wearing, are easier to nurse in. So this leads me to my third tip, and that would be choose your outfit accordingly. So you'll learn as a nursing mother there are certain tops that you can nurse in and some that you can't. This doesn't mean that you have to spend a lot of money on all types of nursing clothes. If you're going to pull your shirt up from the bottom to nurse, I would suggest wearing a cami. That way your skin is covered all the way around. I would suggest avoiding tops that have a high neckline because they can be hard to pull the shirt down enough. Button-up shirts are a great option because you can simply button down from the top and let baby nurse. V-neck shirts are another great option because easy access for baby. So my fourth tip would be choose your spot. So you want to look around for a place that's kind of going to be comfortable. We all know that breastfeeding can be really hard on your back, so try to find a spot that has some back support and a place that you're going to be comfortable sitting for however long it takes your baby to finish nursing. Sometimes it's also nice to pick a spot that's going to be less visible to the public, like a, you know, booth in the corner of the room or sitting next to the window on the bus, just someplace that you're going to feel more comfortable. But no matter what, if your baby's hungry, don't walk around with a crying baby. Just find a spot, sit down, and feed your baby. So one tip that kind of goes along with that would be that you can always kind of turn away from the public whenever you go to latch baby on. So that's as simple as turning towards the wall or away from people, just long enough to get baby latched on. After baby's latched on, there's no nipple to see, so it's pretty easy to turn back and continue doing whatever you were doing before. Along with that, you may find it easier to nurse in a baby carrier or a ring sling. This can help to provide a little bit more privacy. Remember, this is all about finding what works for you. Some moms are comfortable using a cover and others can't because their babies hate it. So find what works for you and do that. My tip number 5 and my last tip for you today about breastfeeding in public is to know that practice makes perfect, pretty much just like everything in life. So at first you may feel like you're fumbling around and have no clue what you're doing and that you're flashing everyone in the store, but I'm sure you're not. But just know that the more often you breastfeed in public, the more comfortable you'll become. I also like to keep in mind that each time I breastfeed in public, hopefully other mothers will see me and they'll be inspired to breastfeed in public. Hopefully other children will see me feeding my baby in public and they will know that breastfeeding is a normal way to feed your child. And hopefully the critics will see me and realize that I'm not breastfeeding in public just to show off skin, that I am breastfeeding in public because it's my right to do so and my baby needs to eat. So I hope that you found those tips helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. If you'd like to see some more breastfeeding videos, make sure you give me a thumbs up so I know and I can work on bringing more to you. And I would encourage you that if you see a mom breastfeeding in public, give her a smile. Or if you're feeling brave enough, walk up and tell her, "Good job," or "Thanks for breastfeeding in public." That's all for today, and I hope to see you breastfeeding your baby in public.